Hey, I just took a shower, I look gross. This video is probably gonna be age restricted in like 4.5 seconds. Which, like, fair enough, I get it, but also it's kind of a shame because not only 18 plus folks pack, so if you know someone who might find this information useful or might feel like this video is a good resource for them, please share before it gets buried in YouTube's algorithm.
Drive me home by fading light. Soul is own shaped like mine.
This video is going to be covering some explicit anatomical and sexual topics. If you aren't into that kind of thing, then this vid might not be for you.
I'm a flightless paper bird. There are some things the heart can't learn.
Hey everyone, did you know that there's advanced prosthetic technology that allows folks to pack, pee, and play? Like sexy time play? Some even have specific design functions for masturbation and ejaculation. And in this video, which is sponsored by the underwear expert,
Love is not a single shade. We are living in grays and
I'll be covering just 3 potential packing options that exist. The products will range from cheap and basic to expensive and cutting edge. And they'll be given away at the end. Yay! But first, what is packing? And who does it, friends?
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm a bi-trans guy and I know a lot about packing because I travel a lot, and last month I actually moved apartments, so I've just been packing so many boxes and suitcases. The other kind of packing is something that some people, mostly trans-masculine people, might do to achieve a bulge in their pants, in their crotchal area. And there's all kinds of methods and types of packers out there. You can do something just like rolling up a sock and putting it in your underwear, or there's a ton of products out there, some of which are not just used for packing. They can also help you pee standing up or be used in the bedroom.
So for me, packing was a way to alleviate my dysphoria. There was just something about seeing the bulge in my pants and feeling the packer against my body. The connection there, it was just extremely affirming. But not everybody feels the need to pack. In fact, I stopped packing less than a year into my transition. I don't know how, but my dysphoria just sort of went away around that time. Because people were reading me as male and gendering me correctly, packing just sort of stopped feeling like a necessity. Of course, everyone's relationship with packing is probably different, but that was mine.
My name's Ren. I'm non-binary and trans-masculine, and I own a packer, but I've only worn it a handful of times, and only in the bedroom. I like the appearance and the feeling of it in an intimate setting, but not so much in a public one. And people pack to minimize dysphoria just because they like the appearance of it in public, or maybe even because they think that other people will notice that they don't have a bulge if they're not wearing a packer. There's a lot of reasons that people pack, and all of them are very valid.
Hi, I'm Jay, and I would identify my gender as gender fluid. Sometimes being totally genderless, non-binary, to being 100% boy and kind of moving in between there. I pack pretty much every single day, every single night. It's one thing about my gender presentation that is totally consistent. I do it with just a little silicone fake peen thing that I bought off the internet, and I do it because in my head that's just how my body looks right. I just feel like I'm supposed to have a bulge there. I feel really strange if I don't have it in. Like, I just kind of get this like weird phantom feeling like it's supposed to be there, so then I put it in and it's good.
I love that you mentioned that non-binary people pack. So many folks have asked me to make this video because they identify as NB and are interested in building a bulge. I am a genderqueer person who doesn't pack often, but once in a while it can definitely make me feel comfy and affirmed. Number 1, if you're on a budget or closeted and not comfortable using a credit card to order an official packer online, something not uncommon for folks to resort to is utilizing socks to make a homemade DIY packer. Check this out, I made this. I'm very proud of it. It was not easy and it took like an hour, but I think in a packing pinch this would definitely do the trick. How to build. I recommend using nude colored supplies, and although the trope in the community is to use socks, I find that nylon-like fabric is actually more malleable than a thick cotton pair of stockings. Like I said, this took me a lot of time and much fiddling to get exactly how I want it. I'll try to recreate it for you now, but it might not be excellent. The first step in making your at-home packer is filling one knee-high stocking with another, or potentially 2 others, depending on how girthy you want him to be.
Maybe it's in the way you talk to me. Your words have a shadow I long to see.
Then grab some athletic tape to shape the shaft.
I want your deep, dark mystery.
Next, roll up 2 more stockings and place them each at the top to be, you know, your balls.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Then with scissors, cut off a majority of the excess stocking. Twist the remaining material to create some distinction between your friends. These are your friends. Your testicles are your friends. Tape it down.
Winter by the deepest greens.
And voila, a homemade penis. One that only cost me about $8 to make. So if you have limited resources and your dysphoria is rough, while it's not perfect, something like this can help. Moving on to prosthetic number 2. We have your classic Mr. Limpy. Look how similar-ish these two are. I am proud of you. The Mr. Limpy is soft, simple, and affordable. This is a really good option if you're just interested in packing, not peeing or playing, and you want something realistic but economical. To wear this, you either put it in a Joey pouch and pin it to the waistband of your boxers, or just shove it right in your undies. For the latter, you usually need briefs or boxer briefs in order for the packer to stay in place. And that brings us to our sponsor. The Underwear Expert products work really well for packing because they leave space for the prosthetic to sit, but are still snug enough to keep it in place. I've talked about the Underwear Expert before, but in case you're unfamiliar, they are a subscription service that sends 1, 2, or 3 pairs, your choice, of undies to you every 1, 2, or 3 months. Again, up to you. Sizes are nice because they're based on waist measurement rather than small, medium, and large, so you know they're gonna fit, and you can either be surprised by your subscription or choose exactly what shows up. That's what I do, because I'm picky. And they're cute, so if you're feeling dysphoric or not confident, these can at least help make the lower half of your body feel stylish and adorable. Or go for simple and masculine. There's a huge range, whatever you're going for. The Underwear Expert has a color and a cut for you. Now let's switch out the Mr. Limpy for the nylon packer and see how that looks. Ooh, not too bad. I'll take it. So if you're interested in some perfect packing panties, I do have a coupon code for you. Use Hardell to get 30% off your first month. Woo! Sweet. Okay, back to pack. Number 3. This is our final most advanced option. I personally think it's fancy as fudge, and it's not even the nicest prosthetic out there. This is a product that allows users to pack, pee, and play. To pack, you wear it flaccid, and you can place it in your underwear or wear a harness. The harness option is nice if you want more security, which might be a good idea since it is a bit bigger, and it's super helpful if you plan to use the prosthetic to pee. Because this is designed as an STP device, that's an option. To use, simply hold it close and tight to your body, release, and things should flow through smoothly. I haven't used this specific STP because I'm giving it away and that'd be weird. I hear that dribble can happen your first few goes. That's normal. I advise practicing at home before you take it for any public rides. But once a person gets comfortable, this can allow folks who want the ability to use a urinal access to that experience. How cool! To play, you definitely need a harness. Put it on your bod and then insert the pleasure rod. This makes your packer firm enough to penetrate. See, no longer flaccid. This specific packer has a 2-in-1 pleasure rod, which means that thanks to the shape of this end of the prosthetic, when it rubs up against the wearer during sex, the sensation can feel pretty good. You can also masturbate with this, if you want. It can cause some trans people dysphoria that they can't ejaculate in a certain way. And this device attempts to offer a solution. All you do is insert about 3 to 4 millimeters of water into the pleasure rod, place the filled pleasure rod back inside the shaft, hold it against your pelvis, and you're ready to go to town. I'm using water because I'm giving this away and I didn't want things to get sticky and gross. But the website for this product encourages users to get creative and use potentially more realistic looking fluid. Maybe something white or milky. I don't know. When the time comes, simply squeeze where the pleasure rod liquid reservoir is and you'll be given this visual experience. Wow, so explicit. I guess if you didn't know too much about packers before, now you do. You can make your own, wear them in your undies, in your super cute undies. with a harness, stand to pee, and play with them, either by yourself or with a partner. So much prosthetic potential. If you'd like a chance to win any of these, simply comment hi under this Instagram photo. Also, I want to do a trans feminine sex ed vid soon. What products or topics do you think I should cover in that project? Let me know and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.
Hey there, ho there, before you go there, don't forget to click that link. The YouTube algorithm works in very strange ways. A click's the best way to give Ash Hardell your praise. So hey, ho, before you go, don't forget to click that link.